Hi everyone, it's Kind. Welcome back to my channel. It's another day and another look. I'm doing 31 days of Halloween this year, which means a new tutorial every day of October. And today's costume is this mystical, gothic third eye look. Kind of like a fortune teller, I guess, but for me this is something I would wear on the regular. It's like not even a costume. But if you want to see how to create this look, keep on watching. I'm gonna start by showing you how I straightened this gross black hair. It's the same black wig I used for my Frankenstein, my Demon Girl, my Alien Queen, so needless to say it's been through quite a lot of teasing and hairspray. So I gave it a good wash the night before filming this, and as you can see it's already pretty straight since I brushed out all the curls from when I got it in the mail, but it's still got a lot of volume and I want to straighten it down so that it's sleek and bone straight. So I started out just by detangling it a little bit. You always want to start by brushing down at the ends and work your way up. And then I sectioned off the top bulk of the hair so I can straighten the hair in sections, starting with the bottommost layer. And to straighten her, I use a steamer. Now, if you have human hair, obviously you can use a normal flat iron, but synthetic wigs will melt if you use too much heat. This wig in particular, since it's pretty high quality, is actually heat resistant up to a certain temperature, but I don't exactly know the temperature of my flat iron, so I still used a steamer just to be safe. And the technique that I use, at least, is that I take the head of the steamer, obviously you fill the base with water, and as it blows hot steam on the hair, you're gonna brush the hair slowly, going over it again and again, and as you can see, it's just gonna go flat just like that. I probably did this for about 30 minutes. It takes longer than it looks like. You wanna take it slow and work in small sections because that's how you're gonna get the most effective result. So once you find that it's nice and straight and flat, move on to another section. And you can really see the difference here towards the top. You see how the one side is just like almost bone straight and sleek and smooth while the other is just like busted. This is why I do this, and even if your wig is curly or wavy, this will still make it straight. I've done it before on wavy hair. Just do your best to detangle it because if there are big knots in the hair, the steam is not going to fix it. But anyway, now that the hair is sleek and smooth, set it aside and we're going to work on the makeup. As always, I like to glue the brows down. You should know this by now. But every time one of my Instagram videos gets reposted by like a big makeup account, there's always so many comments of people, "Oh my god, are you crazy? Does the glue wash off?" Like, let me live my life. I think the world is just not used to seeing people as beautiful as I am on their Instagram feeds. Anyway, I'm just doing my normal foundation routine now. I used Kryolan's TV paint stick, which broke on me by the way, so I have to like scrape it out and put it on with a spatula like a caveman. And then I'm going to set my face in contour and bronze with powders. And I like to use a big brush because it gives me a very diffused contour. But what can I say, I like to be a natural beauty. So here I'm taking down the nose now, shaving off the sides with the flat edge of a shadow brush and a contour color. And I like to finish it off by reinforcing that thin strip of highlight on the bridge of the nose with just an off-white color. I then go in with more white / off-white, depends on how dramatic I'm feeling that day. And I do my brow highlight, blending the bottom edge of it down so that it blends onto the eyelid, and then setting this with white eyeshadow. I never used to use white eyeshadow on my face because I thought it looked too harsh on my tan skin. But I mean, I don't really care these days. Now I'm going to be defining my eye socket. I'm starting with a light brown transitional shade called Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. And then we go in with a Wisteria from Makeup Geek to make the eye socket a sheer shade of light purple. And this is going to help us blend better when we apply purple to the lid. And since we did those transition colors, this purple will just appear to smoke out flawlessly. Now I realized the purple that I put on my lid was reading almost too pink and too warm. So I wanted something cooler and more blue tone for this look, so I layered a blue eyeshadow over top so that it would turn into this kind of indigo shade of purple. But if you have an eyeshadow that's already this color, then obviously you're going to use that. And I blend it outwards with just some more purple on the brush. I also do the same color on the lower lash line, except I try to smoke it out a little bit lower than usual. This can give the appearance of almost dragging the eye downwards, but in this case I'm okay with it since it kind of gives us that sleepy, apathetic teenager angst look that's kind of otherworldly and mystical. I'm then doing a very thin line of eyeliner. I don't really want to extend the eyes outwards like into a cat eye shape, so I'm not going to do a bold wing, and I'm going to smoke it out with black so that it's soft and refined instead of being the super bold and dramatic. And then we smoke a little bit of black into the lower lash line just for some definition. I put on my contact lenses off camera, and now we're going to be applying some gold to the eye. I'm using NYX's Glitter Primer and this gold glitter, and I'm placing glitter right on the inner tear duct of the eye and having it fade outwards on the lower lash line. And you can see the exact placement just here. And then I'm going to take this gold eye pencil from NYX, and I'm going to color the lower waterline gold just to extend that color scheme so that it looks like it goes from the glitter into this little unexpected pop of gold. And then you're just going to apply mascara and lashes, and that's it for the eyes. Well, at least the two normal eyes, that is. Before we put on the third eye, just fill in the brows. That way we know how much forehead space we have to work with. And I start with a light brown in the inner part and gradient out to a darker on the end. Now for the third eye, I start by wiping off an eye shape with a makeup wipe and applying white cream paint in that space. If I didn't wipe it off with a makeup wipe, the white cream paint might have blended into the foundation, making the eyeball look like a beige color, which is not cute. So for a pure white, it's best to apply over clean skin. And then I powdered that so it wouldn't smudge. Now I'm taking a mixture of blue and gray to make a color that kind of matches the contacts I'm wearing. And I'm going to use this to create my iris of the eye. And then with black liquid liner, I'm going to create the pupil in the center and also outline the iris with a more blendable black cream color since the edge of the iris is often a bit softer. Now outline the edge of the eye and then add eyeshadow to match your normal eyes by smudging the color of the eyeshadow against the eyeliner like you see me doing here. I also added glitter up against the eye just so that it would really match my other eyes, my two normal eyes. But as you can see now, as I tragically found out when I was drawing on the eyelashes, that it kind of covered up most of the glitter anyway. Speaking of which, you could definitely just glue a pair of false lashes right onto this eye. I've definitely done that method before, but this is probably easier and more long wearing. Now for some final touches, I'm adding some black lipstick and this purple plum blush. All of the product details for everything in this video will be down in the description. Here's the look with a wig. I added a black flower crown because I didn't really like how that flat hair made my head look, although I definitely did like the sleek edge that it gave. The septum ring is from this company called Lotus & Co, and these nails are just from eBay, and I painted them black. They're fabulous, aren't they? Anyway, if you like this look, you can find many more like this on my channel, so subscribe and thumbs up this video so I can keep putting out content for you guys. And I'll see you again tomorrow in my next video. Bye!